This is Kevin Harlan. Along fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. 3. Brook Lopez is out there with Young, and it's Jack in at the point. Brown the pass to Lopez.
Of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the...
Johnson dishes to Jack. Lopez, a screen on Curry. As that one goes in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
On defense, Brooklyn. 4-point game. It's Curry with the drive.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Curry against Jack. Here's Lopez. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Brook Lopez hits them both. What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor. Clark, he cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. I asked him how they plan to contain this offense, one of the most prolific in the league. He said, we'll have our work cut out for us, no question about it. They can hurt you any number of ways. That's why they're as good as they are. We just have to play the percentages and try to make sure they're getting the shots we want as opposed to the ones they want. Kevin, makes sense. Back to you.
Great, thank you, Doris. So a little bit worried about containing the opposing offense today.
There was a lot to be worried about. I mean, they're not an easy opponent to face because of that offense.
That's exactly right. I mean, they have to be on their game defensively if they're going to keep pace in this one.
Dishes it to Bogut. And there's the feed to Thompson. Bogut kicks to Curry. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Brown with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Bogut. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry against Brown. Another 3 for Golden State.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense, but he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Lopez passes to Jack. Young trying to break free. And Jarrett Jack, the bucket on the assist from Lopez.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Barnes. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Another 3 for Golden State.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Curry. And that misses. That would have put him up.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Jack dishes to Johnson. Lopez outside. Thompson against Johnson. Young sets a screen for Johnson. Lets it go from 14. And a pick. bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ball. No luck. Other way with it. To the paint. Here's Lopez, and he misses the fast break layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Jack. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut, still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
You can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Here's Ellington. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skill. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
.35 seconds left in the first quarter. Johnson against Iguodala. Johnson goes in. That's good. Johnson's got 9 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. He kicks it to Barbosa. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. No good on the 3.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Spates with the block. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Nets head coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's still got a good sense of humor.
I told them all, you can joke with me, you can laugh at me. I'm not perfect. You'll see me hobbling out there on the court. You'll see me stumble as I'm trying to show you a defensive move. It's funny. There was a time when it...
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Just ask Darren Williams.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Barbosa is out there with Livingston, and it's Spates in at center. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa.
Klay Thompson.
And Jack kicks to Brown. Back to wants to get it to Robinson and does. Outside Jack. Clock at 6. Robinson a screen on Curry. Jack inside the line, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
But they recover it. It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
It's Brown with the drive, and a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Curry with the 3. Another miss by Curry.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Here's Young. They get it back. Robinson passes to Lopez. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of Clark ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch back to the basket, moves, facing up, makes free throws, good offensive rebounder, capable passer. He just makes things happen.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green.
And talking about Lopez, he does clean the glass on the offensive end. He was 12th in offensive rebounds last year. However, he was 44th in defensive rebounds. That's one important area he definitely has to work on.
Now here's Curry. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Stephen Curry.
You know, getting back to Lopez, how good is it to have a guy with his offensive package also be a near top 10 shot blocker for you? That's what he was last season and several seasons before that. He's an all-star talent if he can just stay on the court and stay healthy.
Now here is Jack. He has 7. Lopez a screen on Thompson. Lopez a screen. And Jack, here we go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the Nets making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And it's slammed in by Young.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
Hey, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. And then they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Brown, and it's sent back by Bogut. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Stephen Curry.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Some changes for Golden State. Mazzilli comes in for Maurice Spates, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Bargnani is checked in for Brooklyn. Ellington comes in for Markel Brown. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Shot clock at 6. Bogut with a clean look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nets leading by 7. Ellington kicks to Jack. The floater shoots from 12. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Jack. 9 points for Brook Lopez.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And Bogut slams it in.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Hey, well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Warriors trail by 9. Passes to Ezeli. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Warriors have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Here's Bogdanovic. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
They've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
And Brooklyn making a change here. And he makes both free throws. 19 seconds left now here in the second. Can't throw it down with one hand. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Livingston, no good off the front iron.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. Totally collapsed the defense on him.
And the first half is now in the books. Next side as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooklyn.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. They didn't wait long to put together a 9-2 run. They were making a lot of tough plays look easy. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about? And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen.
Take a look at what Curry's done. He has 14 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
So for Brooklyn now, Brown at the 2 with Johnson at the 3. Young out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Jack in at the point. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Tries again. Lopez, no luck.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Bogut dishes to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Good. Curry's got 20 points.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Now here's Lopez. 11 points in the game. Jack against Curry. And Jack, here we go. And Young slams it home.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Here's Curry. After Jared Jackson scored, Curry, good.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Johnson, double team. And the dunk by Lopez.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
The Nets with the lead. Outside Jack. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Young, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second-chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh, man, he puts an exclamation point on
how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. He misses the free throw.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here is Livingston after the basket by Brooklyn. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And Bargnani sends it back. Here's Ellington. The Warriors pull it in.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Here's Spates. Can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
They double-team Johnson. Robinson kicks to Bargnani. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Bargnani's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Ezeli. This one for 3, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Green's checked in for the Warriors. 46 seconds left to play in the third.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
And that one's good. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead. Iguodala's try.
Beautiful. You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt to dunk like that when you're behind. But I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
And what a dunk it was.
And he's got that off factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Shoots from 12, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Iguodala's got 6 here in this quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Warriors trail by 6. Barnes and Green of the forward set. Steph Curry's out there with Barbosa. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Shaq with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Screened by Young. It's Brown with the drive. It's deflected. Oh, trying for it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Golden State on D. They trail by 3. Outside Jack. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one here. To tie it up. And Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Curry against Jack. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Lopez passes to Young. Can't get it to fall. Golden State's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Barbosa dishes to Barnes. Curry with a wide-open look. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
To take the lead. And another 3 for Golden.
That three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter. And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Brown jams it in.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Curry outside. Oh, my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That's going to be on Jarrett Jack. Nets trail by 4. Young, a screen on Thompson. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Lopez. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And here is Jack after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And Jack kicks to Lopez. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Jarrett Jack. The second person, 13.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. It's Curry outside. The rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Thompson sends it back. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Jack.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Johnson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich.
14. Now into the lineup for the Nets, Joe Johnson.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Curry, good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Nets trail by 5. Lopez right side. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lopez has got 19 points.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Here's Lopez, following the basket by Stephen Curry, and he gets the bucket. 21 points for Brook Lopez.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines and have them get that good a look.
Curry can't get it to go. Nets trail by 3. Outside Jack. Again, the Nets for 2.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Here's Bogut. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Timeout called, the Nets. They're losing by 1. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Johnson, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. Angry.
To the middle, here's Young, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you've got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it. All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Deflects the pass. Outside Curry. Count it.
No question about it. Curry is on fire right now.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 1. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And the Nets with possession here. Johnson left side, all alone. Buries it.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 1. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off. There's still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 1. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
16 seconds left in the fourth. He sinks the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's what's your take?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes.
The 2K Sports post-game show.